She laid her palm flat on the will as if she were pinning a butterfly to a board. "You won't get a single cent," she said. "No tremble. No hesitación. Just ice." I set my fork and knife down one at a time. The metal clicked against the porcelain. Small, final sounds. "All right," I told her, smiling. "Then don't expect a single cent from me either." I stood, tucked in my chair, and walked out of her dining room for what she assumed would be the last time. She still believed she held the power then. She had no idea that weeks later, nightmare would strike. Hers, not mine. People always assume the villain walks in wearing black. My mother never did. She wore soft colors. Lavender. Beige. Warm tones to mask cold intentions. When I was younger, I mistook control for care. She dressed it up nicely, weekly check-ins that were really interrogations, gifts that were really leashes, advice that was really steering me into the version of me she wanted. I loved her because children don't know they're allowed to question the hands that feed them. It wasn't until adulthood that I realized she never fed me. She only rationed out enough affection to keep me obedient. It started with her sudden kindness. She began calling more, complimenting me more, asking how work was going. She'd never cared before, not genuinely, but suddenly every conversation ended with, "You're doing so well, honey. I'm proud of you." That phrase alone should have warned me. Praise wasn't in her nature unless she wanted something. And she did. She wanted to know when I'd finally buy my first home. She wanted to know what my salary was now. She wanted to know if my investments were doing as well as people say. She was collecting data, sizing up a target. My aunt called me by accident. She thought she hung up. Instead, she murmured to someone in the room, "Poor thing doesn't know his mom cut him out of the will. She's leaving everything to those cousins she can manipulate." I froze. The cousins who drained everyone's money? The ones who couldn't hold a job for longer than a month? The ones my mother always complained about? She'd chosen them, not because she loved them, but because she could control them. Me? I'd outgrown her, and she hated that. I didn't confront her. Not yet. People make mistakes when they think they're winning. My mother always believed that money was the only true leash. She used to say it like a joke. People don't listen to reason. They listen to bank accounts. So I let her believe she'd cut the leash. I waited. I gathered documents, property records, debt histories, her medical info, contacts, everything. Not out of malice, but out of preparation. I'd learned from her that the person with the most information always wins. Then I spent weeks talking to lawyers, financial advisors, and, quietly, my aunt, who didn't realize she'd exposed the truth. The more they talked, the more the plan built itself. My mother wanted to replace me with dependents. Fine. I would let her drown in them. Step 1. I stopped helping her financially. Completely. No more small loans. No covering shortfalls. No rescuing her from her impulsive spending or her favorite pastime, expensive panic. Step 2. I transferred all shared accounts, utilities, and documents into my name only. Nothing illegal. All clean. Just severing every tie she forgot she depended on. Step 3. I called the cousins. Politely, calmly, I told them the will was changing. They were about to receive everything. And suddenly they swarmed her. Daily visits, daily requests, daily drains. Exactly the chaos she built for herself. Step 4. I stepped back. Sometimes revenge isn't something you do. It's something you stop doing. Her voice shook when she called. Something she hadn't done since I was a child. "Honey, can we talk?" I could hear yelling behind her. The cousins. The parasites she'd promoted over me. They were arguing about money. Her money. Their money. She said she needed help. Financial help. I told her calmly, "You made your choice. I respected it." She tried to guilt me, then threaten, then cry. 3 weapons she used all my life. None worked now. I let silence answer her. Silence is heavier than any insult. When she finally asked, "Why are you doing this to me?" I told her the truth. "You told me I wouldn't get a single cent. I'm just honoring what you said. And now, You don't get a single cent from me either. The line went quiet, a quiet so deep I could hear her breath break. In that moment, she finally understood. Removing me from the will hadn't hurt me. It had only removed her last piece of leverage. The cousins drained her faster than she predicted. Her savings evaporated. Her credit tanked. Her house, mortgaged to help them out, stood on the edge of foreclosure. She reached out again. This time not angry, not proud, just defeated. "I need you," she said. She'd never used that sentence with me before. Not once in my entire life. Should have hurt. Didn't. Because in that moment, I finally saw the truth. I wasn't losing a mother. I was losing a captor. I didn't go back to save her. I didn't go back to hurt her either. I simply walked away quietly, decisively, completely. My revenge wasn't the chaos that swallowed her. It wasn't even the silence I left behind. My revenge was this. For the first time in her life, she had to live without controlling me.